Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the money games big companies play. So buckle up because today we're diving into some recent moves at Commercial Vehicle Group that might just surprise you. Alright, imagine this Commercial Vehicle Group a pretty important player in making parts for trucks and buses. Well, something interesting just happened on their leadership front and it's worth a closer look. So first up we have Scott Reed, the Chief Operating Officer or COO. Now the COO is basically the person who makes sure the day-to-day operations of the company run smoothly, like the engine of a truck. Scott Reed has decided to step down. He's leaving to go into consulting, which means he'll be advising other companies on how to run their businesses. It's a pretty common career move, but it's always interesting to see who's stepping up or stepping out when a key leader like the COO leaves. His last day will be August 29th, so there's a bit of a transition period. Then we have Ruth Gratzky, a member of the company's board of directors. The board is like the company's brain trust. They oversee the big decisions and make sure the company is heading in the right direction. Ruth has been on the board since 2021, but she's resigning for personal reasons. Her last day on the board will be August 7th. This means the board will be shrinking a bit. So with Ruth leaving, they're planning to have a smaller board of just 6 people. Why does the size of the board matter, you ask? Well, a smaller board can sometimes mean quicker decisions, or it could mean fewer diverse viewpoints. It really depends on who fills those remaining spots and how they work together. It's a subtle shift, but something to keep an eye on for how the company's managed going forward. Now, there aren't detailed financial tables in this particular filing, so we can't dive into revenue or profit numbers today. However, leadership changes are a huge deal. Think about it. If the person who's supposed to keep everything running smoothly, the COO, decides to leave, and a director who had a say in the big picture also steps down, it can signal a few things. It might mean the company is facing challenges that are prompting these departures, or it could be that key people are simply moving on to new opportunities, which is normal. What we don't see here are the financials, which is what we love to decode at Corporate Decoder. Usually this kind of operational information comes alongside reports that show the company's financial health performance or future plans. Since this is a current report, it's often about disclosing timely events rather than presenting a full financial picture. So what's the big takeaway here? It's a shuffle in leadership. The COO is leaving to become a consultant and a board member is stepping down due to personal reasons leading to a smaller board. These moves can be seen as normal business transitions, but they can also be indicators of underlying currents within the company. Without the financial data, it's harder to connect these leadership changes directly to the company's bottom line or strategic direction. However, we know that Commercial Vehicle Group operates in a pretty cyclical industry that depends heavily on the health of the broader economy, and especially the trucking and construction sectors. If the economy is booming, their business tends to do well, but if there are slowdowns, they can feel the pinch. Leadership changes can sometimes happen when a company is bracing for tougher times or when they're embarking on a new strategy that new leaders are meant to drive. In my opinion, these departures are noteworthy for Commercial Vehicle Group. They suggest a period of transition or perhaps evaluation for the company. The departure of the COO for consulting work could mean he sees greater opportunities elsewhere or is seeking different challenges. Similarly, the director's resignation, even for personal reasons, contributes to the overall change in the company's leadership structure. The reduction in board size can be a move towards greater efficiency, but it also reduces the number of independent voices overseeing management. We need to watch who replaces them and how the company's strategy unfolds in the coming months to truly understand the impact of these changes. Alright, that's our quick decode of this particular filing. What's your take on these leadership moves and what do you think they mean for Commercial Vehicle Group's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button. It really supports the channel and helps us keep these insights coming. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss our next deep dive. For more exclusive content and discussions, join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.